This is how I do my traditional sewing. I start by sectioning the leave out portion. Everyone has a different density hair, so therefore you cannot leave out the same amount for each person. A good way to ensure that you have enough leave out is to use your rat tail comb and place it on the scalp. Once you pull the hair over it, if you can see the rat tail comb, you need to add more hair. If not, then you're good to go. Because think about it, if you can see the rat tail comb when the hair is in its blow dry state, you will definitely be able to see it when it is flat iron. This is a good way to know if your hair will cover the tracks. I use this method for the entire perimeter of her head. Make sure to take your time and get this right because it's a very important step to having a flawless install. I do a loose braid just to keep the leave out of the way for when I do the foundation. Now for the foundation, I always do what I call an anchor braid that actually braids around the leave out. I usually stop this first braid in the back and then I go to the other side and do the same thing while also connecting that braid. For the remaining braids, I'll be using the traditional connecting method. I continue to connect each braid to one another, all the way until the end when I'm finished. Honestly, I don't know why the braids look so big on camera, but I promise you they are not that big and they are also really flat. Here I'm just adding a little more grease to her scalp just to make sure it's nice and moisturized. And now I'm just sewing this last braid to the others to make sure that the install is still nice and flat. I don't use a net for all of my clients, but I decided to use one for her. I'll be installing 20-inch Yaki bundles from CURLSQUEEN. They have the cutest packaging and it also includes a bonnet and a brush so that you're able to maintain your bundles. This texture is perfect because she will not have to press her hair bone straight in order for it to blend. I always sew the first track with a slight curve. I always use the flip over method when it comes to sewing in the bundles. I only cut the tracks towards the top. While I sew, I always check to make sure that the braids are covered. For the second track, you want to make sure that it's not too close to the first. You want to leave a little bit of space because when you pull it up into a ponytail, you don't want it to be bulky and you want it to lay flat. You will continue to do the flip over method until you get towards the top. At the end of each track, you just make sure that when you are flipping, you are covering that braid. That is the way that you are able to achieve a nice flawless ponytail. Now that you are towards the top, you will be curving these bundles as well to make sure that you get that fullness in the front. Because this track is reaching the anchor braid, this is where we will be actually cutting it. And again, I'm always checking my work to make sure that all the braids are covered. Now it's time to press your leave out. And don't forget to use your heat protectant. Because of the texture of the hair, we only need one pass through for her natural hair. There's no need for her hair to be silky bone straight, and we want to keep it looking as natural as possible. Honestly, this hair looked really good without even styling it. I added in some long face framing layers so that you can't tell the difference between her hair and the bundles. These bundles make blending so flawless. I also did not slick her edges. We're keeping them very natural. I just lightly pressed them. Thanks for watching.